What we have here is the Collins bus. This is a Collins 33-passenger bus that can be used in a childcare application, a private school application, and some dual-purpose applications. Collins has been manufacturing, and they're strictly a school bus or a multifunction school activity bus manufacturer. They've been building buses for about 35 to 40 years and do a wonderful job. It's a bus that's very well received in the industry. And in 2013, Collins Bus retooled their factory, and they have come out with what they call their next generation bus. This is a Collins Nexbus. The old series or the old models were called Collins Bantams or Super Bantams or Grand Bantams. So you're seeing the latest in design from Collins Bus. This is a dual wheel bus. Some of the things that Collins Bus integrated into the design of their bus is the styling of their front cap, and they're trying to give more appeal to the aesthetics of the bus without giving up on safety. Towards the back of the bus, another design that they came up with was to give us a bigger window. So Collins Bus now, this bus used to be built 6 windows in length, but they were smaller windows. So we have the same length essentially, just less windows, much bigger windows. And this is something that's been very well received in the industry, because anytime you're moving kids, high school age kids, young kids, adults, everybody wants to be able to see out the window. It's got a nice clear view out the window. This is a dual rear wheel bus. It's going to give you more stability. Anytime you've got 30, 33 kids, you're going to want that stability, whether you're doing residential applications or highway applications. And one other design that Collins did here on the exterior of their bus, you can see the skirt of the bus is tapered in, and it gives it a little bit more appeal. Now, Collins has done away with a whole lot of rivets on the outside of the bus. It's got a fairly smooth skin. You do still have your rub rails. The rub rails are part of the joint strength for side impact. This bus meets all of the federal motor vehicle safety standards required for side impact and for roof rollover, and it meets all the requirements to meet the multi-function school activity bus certification. Moving towards the back of the bus, you've got an emergency exit window. It's labeled at the top. You've got reflective tape around the windows. In the back of the bus, the same thing around this emergency exit rear door. It's labeled at the top. You've got reflective tape around the windows. So at nighttime, your emergency exits are all going to be illuminated. Now, Collins Bus offers us, in the bumper, the heavy-duty rear bumper, they offer to put the tailpipe through the bumper. This is a nice feature because when you're driving the bus, if you're coming out of a parking lot and you sit the back of the bus down hard in the parking lot, you're protecting your tailpipe. If not, if the tailpipe was coming out from underneath the bus, you can crimp that tailpipe and you can have compression back up into the engine, and you could cause mechanical problems. Collins Bus gives us LED lights for your backup lights and your brake lights, and that's an upgrade. They also give us the continuous hinge on the rear door, the continuous piano hinge. It's a very sturdy rear door. Again, if this door opens, it's going to latch at the top, and it's going to take some pretty good abuse as far as pushing and tugging on it to be able to bend that door. To close the door, you simply push this way and rock it back. That closes the door. Moving around to the driver's side of the bus, we have a locking fuel door. This is a feature that we make standard equipment on the Collins Bus. Obviously, with the cost of fuel going up, you want to be able to secure the gas cap so that you're not getting gas siphoned out of the bus. Something that I'll cover at this point is, this is the biggest Type A bus you can buy in the industry. There's not a bigger bus. If you're going to go to a bigger bus than this, you have to go to a Type C bus or a Type D bus. So the 33-passenger bus that Collins built is the biggest bus offered in the industry. The skirt-mounted condenser is here. And again, we're having the dash AC and the rear AC are tying into the skirt-mounted condenser. We have 2 compressors under the hood, so we have 67,000 BTU AC system in the bus. The rear AC operates independent of the front, and the front operates independent of the rear. So with the 67,000 BTU system, that's plenty of AC to cool this bus. You got a lot of bodies in there, a lot of cubic feet, and that's going to cool the bus very nice. You'll see here, this is a 4500 series chassis. And what that's going to mean is your gross vehicle weight rating on this bus is going to be 14,200 pounds, as opposed to a smaller bus could be 12,300 pounds, or a single rear wheel bus could be 9,900 pounds. The 4500 series chassis gives us a heavier duty suspension. We have the same 6-liter gasoline engine. We can also do the diesel engine in this bus, and it's going to give us the drivability that we need to carry this many passengers. This is a crossover mirror, and you can see by the wire that's coming from the mirror back into the body here this is a heated mirror. It's not remote control. These mirrors here are heated and remote. The crossover mirrors are strictly heated, but it's mounted off the fender, and it's the latest in design for a crossover mirror. It's very well mounted. You're not going to have to worry about any support pole or system coming off the body. It's just mounted to the fender. Okay, these passenger entry doors, again, going back to the Collins Nexbus and the new generation that Collins Bus has created, they've given us a passenger entry door that has, we used to have, the door itself was actually 2 panes, an upper pane and a lower pane. There was a lot of metal in the door that surrounded the pane, and we've got rid of that to make it a smoother, cleaner, clearer opening for you. So your transition from the driver's seat out the door, you have the most clear view window space out from the driver's seat out the passenger entry door. Stepping into the bus, I have 3 steps into the bus as opposed to 2 steps because this bus is a flat floor. So as we step into the bus, you'll see Collins. In this particular bus, we do a manual door that locks it shut. To open the door, you simply push up here, swing it open, that locks it into the open position. Collins used to mount their driver control here. Now they mount it down into the dash. It gives the driver, again, a clear view opening through this window. This is the largest transition window in the industry, and is a nice feature that Collins now gives to us. You got a mirror here that's your passenger rear view mirror, to be able to see your passengers. Your AC for the rear AC control is here. Your remote heated and remote control mirrors controls are there. Your dash AC, your dash heat is here. And then you've got your dome lights and your rear heat there. Mounted here behind the first barrier is your first aid kit and your body fluid cleanup kit. And then mounted to the floor is your first aid, your fire extinguisher. Got a driver storage compartment, and it's pretty good finish out. It's a lot better than what we used to get from a school bus, but it's a place to put a book bag or a purse or something there, and you can lock that if need be. This is your child alert system, and we're gonna see this in the back of the bus. This, again, if you don't, when you turn the key off, there's an alarm that sounds off. You have to go to the back of the bus to push a button to kill that. If you don't, the alarm's going to continue to sound. The purpose of that is to see children hiding or sleeping on the bus. In the floor here, we still have the gray rubber floor. The gray rubber floor is going to be an upgraded feature as opposed to black. The purpose for the gray is it hides dirt and dust a lot better than the black does. If you had a black rubber floor inside the bus and you had kids get on the bus with muddy feet or snow on their shoes or water on their shoes, it's going to get real messy real fast. The plate that you see here mounted in the floor is what we call a cinder plate. Right below that plate is the fuel tank. The nice thing about having a cinder plate in the bus is this bus has a steel cage that wraps around the fuel tank. And so if you had a fuel pump go out, what you would do is you'd pull this bus into a garage. You'd have to jack this bus up on a jack. You'd have to pull off that steel cage, and then you'd have to pull off the fuel tank to replace the fuel pump. That's a lot of man hours. You're probably going to spend $800 to $1,000 in labor to get that done. The fact that you have a plate in the floor, you don't have to jack this bus up at all. You can go straight in through the plate, straight into the top of the fuel tank. You can access the fuel pump, you can pull the fuel pump out, install a new fuel pump, and you've just saved yourself $1,000 in maintenance costs. The inside of this bus here, the roof panel, is going to be a composite roof panel. It's going to stay quiet on the inside of this bus. This gives the body some flex from the inside. You still have your steel frame. You still have the compartmentalization for a roof rollover, for side impact. If this bus rolls over, it has to support 2.5 times its own weight on the roof without collapsing. The same with the sidewall panels. This is a very utilitarian bus. The sidewall panels are metal, the floor is rubber, The ceiling is the composite. You can mop it, sweep it, wash it, whatever. Kids can't tear it up. The seats are vinyl. If you want to clean the seat, you can use soap and water. You can use Simple Green. If you ever had a seat cover tear, you simply pull off the upper portion of the seat cover, slip another cover over the top, and staple it at the bottom, and you do the same with the seat bottom. One of the reasons why we have 3 different lap belts in the seat, or 3 different colors of lap belts in the seat, is because we're going to put 3 elementary age kids in that seat. When 3 elementary age kids pile into the seat, so that they don't confuse their belts, you have a orange belt, a gray belt, and a red belt, and therefore they can color coordinate and buckle up. It's easier for them to do it that way. Emergency exits labeled on this side from the inside and this side from the inside, just like they're labeled from the outside. To open the emergency exit window, this handle comes up like so, and that window pushes out like that. So if this bus was to flip over on its side, maybe you took a front end collision, so you've pinned the passenger entry door. Maybe this door is pinned here. Maybe the only way out of this bus is through this window. And so that's the purpose of this window. If this window is open for any reason, or even if this handle is lifted even into that position, you're going to have an alarm go off at the front of the bus that's going to alert the driver that a kid is messing with this handle, or maybe the handle just got moved. You hit a bump or something and it jolted it. Anytime that's open, there will be an alarm that goes off. So when we entered this bus in the stepwell, we had 3 steps. We talked about it's a raised floor. What that does for us in the body of the bus, you can see there's no stepwells. We're up and over the stepwells. So if you have high school age kids that are sitting in these seats here, they're going to be able to put their feet all the way on the floor. They're not going to be up in the air with a stepwell in their way. Back here at the back, our rear AC is tucked into the rear cap. Again, this is the latest and greatest of design of AC systems. This particular AC system is ACT, which is American Cooling Technologies. They're a great manufacturer. They've done a lot for Alliance Bus Group, and we really appreciate and like our alliance with them. They do a great job from supporting the product, no matter where it's at in the field. The filter here is just right in front of you, so you're going to see as you circulate air through this system, it's going to collect dirt and dust and debris here, and you want to just be able to take that out maybe once a month, pull out the filter, spray it out, and put it back in. If you don't do that, you're going to have compressors burn up. It's going to be something you should do from a maintenance perspective. You should put it in a scheduled maintenance, but if you don't, the likelihood your driver is going to see the debris building up on this filter is going to be pretty good. Now I'm going to move to the back, and I'm going to demonstrate the Vandal Lock on this bus here. So as we close this door, again, it's an emergency exit, so if this handle is tampered with in the least bit, even this much, I haven't even really released the mechanism, there's going to be an alarm that goes off. It's going to be in the driver's cockpit area. It's going to tell the driver somebody's messing with this handle. To lock this door, you simply pop that up. That slides into place. The door is locked up. The door will not open. So in order to start the bus, you have to take this lock, push it all the way back, push it in the down locked position. Now you can start the engine. Without doing that, the engine will not start. The rear heater is located in the back of the bus. So this is your AC. Just below the seat, you won't be able to see it, is a heater. It's mounted to the floor, and your heat from the front is at the dash. So here we've just toured the Collins Nexbus 33 passenger bus. This bus again can be used for daycare applications, or it can be used for private school applications, social service applications, and it can be used dual purpose for children or adults. My name is Brad Hudson. I'm the National Sales Manager for Alliance Bus Group, and I'm happy to answer any questions you may have.